Hi guys, my name is Chloe, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul and unboxing. So as always, it's been a bit of a while since I filmed a book haul. I should probably be more organised and film these more often because I've just got a massive stack here that I've hauled since my last book haul, and I think it was mid to late October I filmed the last one. So yeah, these will be all the books that I've hauled since November up to now, where we are in, what is it, February? And then I've also got a couple of parcels that have arrived from FairyLoot and Illumicrate, which are some special editions that I have ordered. I know what they are, but I will be unboxing them for the first time today for this video. So yeah, I might as well make a start because I don't know how many books are here, but there are quite a few, so I'm gonna get. So the first book that I hauled was The Other Ones by Fran Hart. I don't really know anything about this book, I just know that it's a young adult book and it's kind of like spooky-ish. I picked it up around Halloween, didn't read it, thought I was going to, and one of the main things I picked up for was the edges. They were just gorgeous and it just gave me mega Halloween full vibes, so I didn't read it. So hopefully this is one I will get to next year. The next few books in this pile seem to be books that are like finishing series for me. I haven't read them yet, but like they're the ones that I'm going to need to finish some of the series I own. So the first one I've got here is Heatwave by TJ Klune, and this is the third book in the Extraordinaries series. I have only read book one, but I loved it and I can't wait to catch up with this series. The next one is The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. I did receive 6 Crimson Cranes in a FairyLoot box, so I read that one and enjoyed that one. This one is just the standard edition because I didn't want to buy the special edition before I knew if I was going to like it, because this is very different to the fantasy books that I've read before. I'm not disappointed that I didn't get the special edition. I didn't love it that much to feel disappointed, but I did want it. I did like it enough to get another physical copy, so I will finish out this duology at some point. Next we have Cursed by Marissa Meyer. This is the sequel to, just double checking, Gilded, I get them confused. And yeah, I really loved Gilded. It was a Rumpelstiltskin retelling and there were ghosts and it was amazing. I did read it quite a while ago, so I'm going to have to reread that one to read this one. But yeah, I couldn't wait to get my hands on this book, and I had to get this hardcover version because I just love these covers. They're absolutely stunning, both for book one and book two here. Next was a FairyLoot edition that I got quite a while ago, and this is the Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. This is the sequel to Once Upon a Broken Heart it is, which I received in a FairyLoot box, and so I wanted this copy to match the previous one, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the purples on this book and on the back there, and then just some edges there with bunnies and some mushrooms. And yeah, I just love the design on this book and the other one, so I just had to have it. And then under the dust jacket it's got some foiling on the front and gorgeous end paper art as well. So yeah, I can't wait to get to that one. Next, I managed to get my hands on physical copies for the Plated Prisoner series. It is a series that I really liked and I did read on ebook. And then I bought the 4th book in hardcover when it came out quite a while ago. But I did miss the initial release of the hardbacks for the first 3, but thankfully Waterstones released them again and I was able to get my hands on them. So I've got Gild, Glint and Gleam, all part of the Plated Prisoner series, and yeah, I'm so glad I have these and I have a full matching set now, and I can't wait to haul the next one when it comes out. So moving on to the next pile of books that I've got here, we're moving on to the books that I think I received around December, either before Christmas, as Christmas presents, or afterwards with Christmas money and in the Waterstones sales, so I'll hold these ones a bit more recently. The first one in this stack is a graphic novel, which I hadn't seen anywhere before, and I was just doing my normal food shop, and then I found this one in the book section and I just had to have it. and this one is Evil Thing by Serena Valentino, and this is apparently part of the Villains graphic novel series, but I have looked, this is the only instalment out at the moment, and this is a graphic novel following Cruella, I think, from the 101 Dalmatians, and I was just drawn to this one. One, because I don't own many graphic novels and I want to expand my graphic novel collection, but secondly, just because all of the artwork is red, black and white, which I really love, and I really love that colour scheme, so I just had to have it, and I just hope there's going to be more in this series, and maybe the colour scheme will change to match the villain in the series. I think that would be really cool, but either way, yeah, I can't wait to read this one. So next I've actually got, yeah, the only non-fiction in this stack. It's not often that I haul a non-fiction book, but this one I received from a friend for Christmas, and this is A Natural History of Ghosts, 500 Years of Hunting for Proof by Roger Clarke. I can't wait to pick this one up. Since Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin did his stay in a haunted castle, I have been watching more ghost hunting videos on YouTube, mainly Amy's Crypt. I really love her channel, and yeah, I've just been getting more into ghost hunting and also the history of the buildings and stuff that they go into, so this is going to be an interesting read. And then from the same friend I also got the Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. I know absolutely nothing about this book, I just know that I loved Mexican Gothic, and when I saw the cover to this book I just had to have it on my list, so that I can read more from this author, because yeah, I really liked Mexican Gothic, and I'm hoping that her other books will be just as enjoyable for me. And this one is the Waterstones edition, so it does have the sprayed edges as well. Next is a book that I picked up in the half-price Waterstones sale, and this is the Atlas Paradox by Olivier Blake. This is just the standard edition. And yeah, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to get this one. I didn't pick up the special edition for this book because the Atlas 6, whilst I enjoyed, and I enjoyed mainly for the characters, I didn't enjoy the book as a whole as much as I expected, and I think if I remember correctly I only gave it 3 stars, but I am intrigued and I do want to continue, so seeing the second book on such a good deal, I just had to pick it up. And then from the same sale I also picked up Leila and the Blue Fox. This also is the special edition, so it's got some really cute paw prints on the side. And yeah, I knew nothing about this book, I just saw it on there, saw the blue is my favourite colour, and I also like, well, I've read one book from Kiran Millwood Hargrave that I've liked, and that's The Deathless Girls, and I know this is completely different, but it was gorgeous, and it is an illustrated book as well, so throughout here there are different illustrated sections, and it's just really pretty, and I think this is going to be a really enjoyable book to read, just because of the illustrations and stuff as well, so yeah, it'd be nice to read something different for a change. Next I hauled another whole trilogy, and this is the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber. These are just some paperbacks, and I hauled these from the works for quite a good deal. I think they were under £15 or 15, so £5 each I thought was a good bargain, and I've been meaning to read this series ever since I got Once Upon a Broken Heart in my FairyLoot box, because I do want to read these, because I have really enjoyed the Night Circus and all the circusy vibes and stuff. I just haven't wanted to read it enough, and then I got the new copies and I was like, okay, I should backtrack and read this, because whilst you don't have to read them in order, I think there are some crossovers and I am interested in getting to these, so now I finally can. Next, I also hauled another trilogy, and this is one that I've already talked about quite a lot on my channel since the new year started, and this is the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series by Holly Jackson. Yeah, I started these books on Kindle, flew through the first one so quickly, really thoroughly enjoyed it and knew I had to have physical copies, and then when I was food shopping I saw all of these for a great price and it was a sign and I picked them up, and yeah, these are amazing. If you haven't read them yet, go pick them up. Good Girl's Guide to Murder is probably my favourite book of the year so far, if not up there. So yeah, glad to have found those. And then also by Holly Jackson, I did pick up 5 Survive. This is one that I haven't read yet. I think it is just a standalone novel. So whilst I do want to check it out, I'm not going to rush into this one, because once I read this one, I won't have anything left from Holly Jackson left to read until she writes another book. So yeah, I was going to pick this one up straight away, but I decided to lay off a little bit, wait, and then read this one when I want to read another YA thriller. And yeah, I don't know too much about this one. I don't want to look into it. I just want to be surprised when I jump in. And then next I've also got another, well, dark academia or thriller, I think. And this one is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This one I picked up in the charity shop because it's been on my Goodreads TBR for a while, and I'm more drawn to physical books than ebooks anyway, so I had to pick it up for a good price. I don't really know too much about this one. I was just hearing great things and added it to my list, and then I saw it for a good price and picked it up. I don't actually know what it's about, but yeah. Anyway, I'll find out when I read it, and hopefully it will be a good read. But then moving on to the last little stack I've got here before unboxing the new books that have just arrived. These are all the books that I've hauled in the new year, and thankfully there aren't too many of these. It looks like I did most of my book shopping before the end of December. So yeah. The first book that I hauled in January was Loathe to Love You by Ali Hazelwood, and this is a bind-up of the 3 Steminist novellas that she's released. So far I've just read the first one in this book, but I'm looking forward to catching up with the other ones. Next, I also hauled How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. This is one that I've read recently in February, so I won't say too much about my thoughts on this one. Recently I've been enjoying the books from this author, with Final Girl Support Group being one of my favourites from either last year or the year before now. So yeah, I will just be picking up any Grady Hendrix books as they come out. Next was another book to complete a series that I already own, and this was Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. I'm so excited to read this book, but I won't be reading it for quite a long time. I think it's September, I want to say, that I'll be reading this book. Because I am catching up with the Shadowhunter books and reading one a month, so I should finish with this series in about September, October. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This series, we follow the children of characters from the Infernal Devices, which is my favourite Shadowhunter series so far, so it's just lovely to see those characters more frequently than we do in other books. So yeah, I'm excited to get to this one eventually. I tell a lie, I do have one more non-fiction book that I have hauled, which I completely forgot about. This one's quite weird, it doesn't really have a cover on the front, but this one is The Private Lives of the Tudor Monarchs. It doesn't even have the author on the side, so this one is selected and edited by Christopher Falkus. It's got some lovely art inside. So yeah, I saw this one in a charity shop for a couple of pounds, and after finishing the 6 Tudor Queens series, I just knew I wanted to know more about the different Tudor monarchs, and whilst I didn't want to jump into non-fiction stuff about the Tudors, because textbooks and historical books are very daunting and massive and chunky, this one was pretty short and pretty nice, and it has gorgeous illustrations in it. So I decided to pick it up, and it covers quite a large period for a short book, so it shouldn't go into too much detail. But hopefully there's enough detail in there to make it interesting, and I will learn some new things. And then the final book that I hauled recently, I got this one this week, also from the works, and this one is Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. I've had this one on my TBR since it's come out, and I just never got around to picking it up. And so I was out shopping and I wanted to buy a book, as I often do. I saw this one, took it as a sign and pick it up, so hopefully I can get round to this one sometime soon. So those were the books that I'd already bought. Well, I've bought these 2, but moving on the books that have arrived and that I'm going to unbox now. These are, as I mentioned, special editions from either FairyLoot or Illumicrate that I have ordered. I know what they are. I kind of know what they look like for the most part. I just haven't seen them physically. So I'm hoping that they're even more gorgeous in person, as special edition books usually are, and hopefully there's no damage. My last FairyLoot box was a little bit dented and I was a bit broken-hearted, not gonna lie, so fingers crossed, let's get these open. So first I'm going to start off with the FairyLoot package, and I'm pretty sure this is a copy of the X-Hex by Erin Sterling, which is a contemporary witchy romance that I really enjoyed. I do have a paperback, but yeah, I really like the colours on this one. Okay, yes, we just got a little card here that just says thank you for ordering. No fancy art or anything on these ones. And yes, I was right, the colour on this one is absolutely gorgeous. So this is the X-Hex by Erin Sterling, and I think all the purple on here is completely new. That wasn't on the original copy. It's right here, I can just check. Yeah, so this is the original cover, and whilst I really like blue and turquoise, I think the purple works really well for a witchy book, so I love that. And then it has, oh okay, I forgot they were ombre sprayed edges. I was just about to say that they were purple solid edges, but no, it's pink into purple, which is quite interesting. So let's see if there's anything else about this book. Oh wow, that's really pretty and really cozy. So we do have an engraving on the front cover, so it's black on purple hardcover, and then the title is just on the side there, and then that's it. And then with this one, we don't have any end paper art, which is surprising for a FairyLoot book, but I'm not too gutted about that. It's not something that I really miss, aside from unboxing the book. Usually I don't look at it too often. So that is slightly disappointing, but overall I'm really happy with the design on this book. And then moving on to the little Illumicrate package. I think this one is actually my other copy of Love to Love You. Yes, it is. The colour on this one is gorgeous as well. So yeah, this is Loathe to Love You by Ali Hazelwood in hardback. And yeah, the colour on this one is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's a really pale purple, even though it looks slightly pinker on my camera. But yeah, really pale purple. And then the edges are kind of like slightly deeper than baby blue, I'd say. So that's gorgeous. I love this colour palette so much more than the original cover. And then under the dust jacket, oh, these are really cute as well. Just got gold foiling, so it's going to be really hard to pick it up. But yeah, we just got little snapshots from each of the story, where you've got your two main characters on there as well. So that is absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I'm glad I picked this one up as well, because now it can match my editions of Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain. And then the last thing I have to unbox today is this bigger Illumicrate package, and I'm really excited for this one. These are my copies of Ninth House and Hellbent. I do have a paperback copy of Ninth House. It's just a standard paperback. Well, it's the Waterstones paperback with the black sprayed edges. So I didn't get a hardcover of Hellbent because it just wouldn't match, and when I saw this set, like two matching hardcover copies, I just had to pick it up. So hopefully they're pretty. Okay, so the first package here, have I got the right one? Yes, so this one is Ninth House, which has the serpent on the front with a couple of skulls and blue flowers on the front, so that's really pretty. It kind of looks odd to me because it doesn't have any writing on the front. I'm not saying that's making it a bad design, I'm just not used to it because I'm used to having title on the front of the books, but I do love this illustration. It's absolutely gorgeous. We do have the title of the book on the side, and then we've got a foiled compass on the back, which is gorgeous. And then these books just have solid black edges. Mine are slightly weird. Yeah, it's got a really tiny scratch going across, but I think black edges are really hard to do and keep them clean, I guess. So I think that's sadly just a consequence of having black sprayed edges. They get dirty more frequently. And yeah, wow, this is absolutely gorgeous. So under the dust jacket, we've got this pattern engraved on the front, which is kind of like the skeleton of the snake with the flowers. And then on the side, it just says Moles Vincit Omnia. That's probably Latin. It's been so long since I've read the book that I couldn't tell you what it means. But yeah, nothing on the back. And then we do have some character art on the end papers. That one there, I'm guessing that one is Alex. I think she's called Alex. I'm gonna kick myself if she's not. And then, it's the same on the back and front. And I don't remember if these books are signed. No, they're not. So yeah, that one's really pretty. And now, onto the even more exciting one is the book that I haven't read yet, because I was waiting for this package to arrive. And this one is Hellbent, also by Leigh Bardugo. And on the front we've got a little black rabbit on there with some pomegranates, it looks like, or some kind of fruit. And then I don't actually know what these are called, but I do recognise it. It was in a lot of the like hidden objects games that I used to play on the PC. Come across it a lot, still don't know what it's called. But anyway, and then on the side we've got Hellbent, and then we've got some other kind of symbol on the back there as well. And yeah, I do prefer this design over the original cover for Hellbent because I thought the rabbit looked quite creepy and weird, and I know that's the point. I just prefer this design so much more. I just wish that it had Hellbent written on it. That would be the only thing I change. And yeah, this one has black edges as well. And then underneath we've got the bunny skeleton with the fruits again, in silver foiling. And then on the side we've got a gorgeous spine again, and I'm gonna butcher another phrase, Mors Iramat Omnia. We'll go with that. So yeah, in this one we've got some character art as well, and it's more than likely, yeah, same on both sides. And I think, I don't know if I can guess for that one. I want to say Darlington because his name comes up a lot, but it's been so long since reading Ninth House that I'm gonna reread Ninth House before picking up this book. So yeah, that's it. Those are all the books that I've hauled since November. Quite a big lot. I don't actually know how many. I should probably just count. Let me do that. That's a nice round number. It's 30 books in total. There we are. I've hauled 30 books since my last book haul at the end of October. So yeah, that's cool. And I'm pleased that my book buying has slowed down in the new year. And hopefully in future I can keep more on top of the book hauls so I'm not left with a massive stack of books to go through. And yeah, there's no way that I'm going to be picking these up for the thumbnail. I'm not even going to try. I will drop them. But yeah, anyway, those are all the books that I've hauled recently. Let me know down below if you've read any of these and what did you think. But otherwise, I hope that you're enjoying your current read, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!